Hey everybody, I'm going to do a quick video on my picks for drones for beginners because some people have been mailing me asking me some questions. I know I've done a couple of these videos, so I'm just going to do this really quick and try to run through it. DJI is my choice of drones. I've dealt with other drones, but DJI has been the most reliable to me, so that's my personal opinion. For each is their own, but I'll be going over some DJI drones that I own personally. Phantoms and Spires, those bigger drones, those are more for once you get used to a drone. I'm not going to bring those out. They're put away. So let's start with the least to best, I guess. The Mavic Pro, great drone, but has the word pro in it, which means it's more for professional use. Yes. This drone, after you get used to a drone and you want to do some good shots or good videos, technical, this pro, to me, I guess pro means more or less the camera has a lot of details, a lot of like very specific settings you can do to it. And that's why they call it a pro. That's just my personal opinion. It also has like terrain follower to follow up the terrain of a mountain and stuff like that. So that's just pro. That's way down the road once you get really good with the drone because they're kind of expensive and they're very technical. Next one would probably be for beginners. This is my beginners. The next one I have would be the Mavic Air 2. This is the best drone out there right now, in my opinion. Best drone. It has the best sensors, the best tracking. Everything about this drone is just amazing. Camera shoots in 4K, 8K, like hyperlapse, stuff like that. I mean, this is the best, but it's not the best drone to start off with when you're practicing. That's the only thing. Once you've had like a few hours flight time, then definitely, if you're comfortable with the drone, this is a must-have drone. Definitely. The battery is about 30 minutes. It's got even a light on the bottom of it. It's great, but not for beginners. Next is the Mavic Air, the Mavic Mini, sorry. The Mavic Mini. This drone is great for beginners because it's cheap. It's easy. It's the weight of it. They set it up so that it falls underneath certain regulations, so you don't have to, I guess, register it some places, some countries, like in Japan and stuff. I mean, it's considered more like a toy's weight rather than. It's only 200 grams and like 199 grams here, and I think in the States it's 250 grams. So it's extremely light. You get about I think 20 minutes battery distance-wise, maybe 500, almost a kilometer, a little less than a kilometer. Now the Mavic Air 2, you'll get up to almost, I've had it like almost 3 kilometers and no problems. So the Mavic Air 2 and the Mavic Pro get a lot of more distance. This is light, it's easy, the battery's not bad. The only problem is on a windy day, it's not the best drone because it's so light, so wind will affect with it. Now when I say wind will mess with it, if a gust of wind comes, it's not really going to flip. It might, I mean, that is always an option, a possibility. But for the most part, it'll fight the wind. So they're really good at that, and it'll eat up the battery when it's fighting wind more. But it is light, so you get more effect from the wind. So if you're going to the beach on a windy day or up in the mountains, not the best drone to have. But if you keep it low, close to you, want to practice in the house, great drone to have. It's not too expensive. I think it's around $500-600. Each country's prices are different, but it's not too bad where if something happens to it, you're really hurt. And then my first choice for their practice drone would be the DJI Spark. This drone is like, it doesn't fold up or anything like that. This is what it is. The battery, you get about 13, 14 minutes. Not that much battery. But it's cheap in the sense of it's probably one of the cheapest DJI drones out there, besides I think the Fellow or whatever it's called, but that's like a toy. It has tracking mode. It has hand gestures where you make a gesture with your hand, it'll take a picture, it'll follow you, it'll stop. I mean, it's for the price, it's a good practice drone. If you bang it up, drop it, falls in the water, whatever, it doesn't really hurt your feelings too bad. You can get another one for nothing. I actually dropped one of mine, fell into the ocean, and it was my fault because I got sand in the motor and then it stopped it and it fell in. But DJI reimbursed me a new drone. They checked the flight log because everything's digital. It kept a log. It showed the motor shut down. So they gave me a new drone, no questions asked. I mean, they have warranty and stuff like that, really good at that stuff. So, I mean, even if you're spending money like $1,200 on this one or, $2,000 on another drone, if you get that little insurance, they'll replace your drone like 2 times a year if something happens to it. So that's my opinion. If it's your first time, you want to get a practice drone and you just want something to play with, the DJI Spark. Most definitely practice, bang it up. If you're not feeling the way the Spark is because the camera only shoots 1080 or the battery is so short, then the Mavic Mini, which shoots 2K, battery's a lot longer, and it's just windy days, it's not going to do great. So if you live in a windy area, probably not the first choice. And then once you bang these two drones up and you drop them and you crash them a little bit and you get more comfortable, then the must-have is the Mavic Air 2. You must have this drone. It's the best drone by far. Sensors, following, tracking, everything is just top grade. Camera, you don't need to spend $2,000, $3,000 on another drone if you have this one. So for the price and everything, definitely. And then if you're trying to get serious about it and you want to make some great footage and you want to really get technical with the cameras and all what it can do, then yeah, the Mavic Pro or the Phantom Pro or the Inspire and those kind of drones are definitely the ones you want to go to. But for the beginning, not first choice. So that's it. That's my opinion. Like I said, it's just my opinion. Everybody has their own. I fly all these drones all the time, and I've had a few accidents here and there, and I know from experience which ones I trust. So I hope that helps. If you're getting a drone, I hope that kind of answers some questions. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of more details, a lot of more technical, like camera settings and all that other stuff, but that's just not important right now. You're trying to figure out what drone you can put up in the air, and is it going to come back or is it going to fly away? All the drones have the return to home, so when it loses connection or the battery's too close to dying, it will come home automatically. Now, if you fight that, or if you turn it, you say no, you don't want it to come home, that's at your own risk. If the battery is at 40% and you've flown way out there, it's not going to make it back. So that's totally at your own risk. But for the most part, they will return home, no issues if you just let them do what they're supposed to do. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, please just ask. I'm not a drone pro or fanatic or anything like that. I like it. It's a hobby. I enjoy flying them. I have fun with them. So that's just my opinion. And the Mavic Mini, you can get these little stickers. My daughter drew that, so it's kind of fun. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that helped a little bit. And if you have any questions, please just hit me up.